my friends. Good morning to you. Hope you're doing well. Several years ago, when I was just starting to date my wife, I read a book, of all things, by Joshua Harris that said, "I kissed dating goodbye." It was actually a very good book. I won't get into the benefits I received from it, but clearly it had some good advice because I married the girl, you know what I'm saying. So, anyways, there was a statement in that book that stuck with me. And the statement simply said, the right thing at the wrong time is the wrong thing. So what I'd like to talk to you about briefly this morning is the importance of timing. And I think even better than that statement, there's a story that John Maxwell shares in his book, Developing the Leader Within You 2.0. He shares an incredible story about timing and how critical it is. He shares that on February the 14th, 1876, inventor Elisha Gray walks into the U.S. Patent Office with an idea that he had been working on that would have the capability to transfer voice over wires. He had been working on this idea for many, many years, but had just drug his feet on taking the idea to the Patent Office. Once he arrived at the office, he learned that just hours before he filed the idea of his invention, another inventor, we all know the name, Alexander Graham Bell, had been there, and he filed the patent for a nearly identical device. Incredible idea, but terrible timing. In Matthew chapter 10 and verse 16, Jesus instructs his disciples, and he says something very unique. He says that they were to be wise as serpents and harmless as doves. Now, I'm not a zoologist, but I don't necessarily think about serpents when I think about a symbol for wisdom. However, an understanding of the intuition that Jesus is calling his disciples to exude can be understood by a deeper look at the word for wisdom he uses. In the original Greek, the word that is used would translate to our word for prudence, which is a very specific form of wisdom. And it means to exercise caution and to use good judgment. And so most snakes have the ability to be nearly invisible because they were designed to be camouflaged, and this camouflage serves as a protective covering, if you will. Even the fiercest aggressor could pass by them, but the serpent would probably not be noticed because it blends so well into the landscape that is surrounding them. I remember years ago having the privilege to be in Los Angeles with my family on vacation, and we were walking the Hollywood Hills just below the Hollywood sign, and everywhere around that area were signs that warned that rattlesnakes were in the area. I'm going to tell you something. I hate snakes, and I definitely don't like rattlesnakes. I was extra observant because I know how well that they can blend into their surroundings, and I did not want to be surprised, more like terrified, by that familiar sound of the rattler. The camouflage gives the serpent latitude to find its way around new territory and to move about freely while evaluating a new situation. And so serpents can assess a situation to identify places of shelter so they can settle into a new environment, and they find hiding places to protect themselves from attack, and they also can observe where to find the easiest prey. And so when all of these assessments are made and the facts are assimilated, the serpent is then ready to act. When God calls us to do something new, to move into a new territory, to seize a new opportunity, it is wise for us to move slowly at times and carefully into that new phase of life. A common mistake is to just act too quickly, because acting hastily before all the facts are gathered and all of the facts are assimilated, it can lead to erroneous decision making. In fact, one serious mistake can cause us at times to lose out on an opportunity altogether. However, this careful analysis is only a part of the wisdom of the serpent. When the serpent has identified prey and waited for the right moment of opportunity, it has to strike at the right time, or the moment of opportunity will have passed. The business world has identified this inability to or inactivity, this inability to act precisely, as analysis paralysis. Sounds humorous. Analysis paralysis. A serpent that waits too long to strike will miss the moment. And ultimately, it cannot survive without striking when the moment is right. And so today, you probably were not expecting to hear this advice. You need to have the mind of a serpent. Carefully analyze, evaluate the circumstances that lie before you. And when you are certain that the opportunity is right and that the path is sure, strike. Don't miss out on the great big God moments that God has planned for you because you have allowed yourself to be paralyzed by analysis paralysis. Before I go today, I hope this has helped you, and I'd like to ask you, if you're benefiting from morning motivation, if these biblical principles are adding value to your day and moving you forward with purpose and motivation, can I just ask you to please share one of the videos with 3 people, one of the videos you enjoyed the most. Because our goal is to reach as many people as we can with these principles that I believe will help prepare people for success. Given the condition of the society of today and the negativity and certainly the uncertainty, I feel like the timing has never perhaps been better for something like morning motivation. So if you're enjoying the sessions, not only share, but would you consider taking a moment and write a comment about one of the valuable principles that has been shared that has really helped you. God bless you, and I hope to see you soon.